Welcome everybody to the Gayest and Greatest Secret Tavern this side of Limsa Laminsa, the queer Buccaneer. I am your host with the most, your star behind the bar, Captain Eden Jackson. How are you all doing today? Tell me how your day has been. I have been like working all morning, and then I re-dyed my hair in the evening. So I've been making logos and becoming red again. That is basically like the complete. That's as complete as you can get for my life. That is like peak my life. And now I have ceased designing the work logos, and I am going to start a stream where I design the fun logos. Some might say, hey, you should maybe split. You should maybe not stream logo design because you should not do your work as a hobby. Otherwise, you'll have no hobbies. But you to them I say, shut the fuck up. It's fun. Eating a fortune cookie, and it says stay focused and determined on this Wednesday and success will follow. How did no idea on a Wednesday? It's a fortune cookie. It knows the future. That's like its whole ass thing. It's a prediction machine. The fortune cookies have tiny psychics living inside them. Or maybe they're baked by tiny psychics. Or like regular sized psychics. I'm not entirely sure. Well, yeah, they or the people eating them or making them are psychic. But the people eating them might be psychic too. Are you psychic? Who's to say? Whomst amongst us could say? If you've not been here on a Wednesday before, this is my big. Oh no, there's a thing. There's a thing over top of the big wheel. Let me hide that, and then we'll try that again. How does one test for psychic abilities? Okay, I am holding up. I'm holding up a hand with an amount of fingers up. I'm holding one hand with an amount of fingers up. How many fingers am I holding up? This is my scientific proven test. I am holding up under this bar. I'm holding up a hand with an amount of fingers. How many fingers am I holding up? I want a firm round answer. I don't want any of this at least shenanigans. How many fingers am I holding up? This is how we test. This is how we test if you're psychic. Anybody in chat can play along. Yeah, nah. You'd think it always works, but I've seen your type. I've seen your type before. I'm a magician. I'm used to psychic busting. Unfortunately, I was holding up 4 fingers, so I don't think you're psychic unless you're trying to hide your psychic powers from me. But yes, no, I don't think you're psychic. Unless you just haven't honed your psychic powers yet. But God knows how you do that. That's a whole ass thing. Listen, everyone is either at least 2 or not at least 2. Yes, that is a divider that fits the entire nation. If you ask the entire world, you ask somebody to hold up some fingers. If you say hold up some fingers, I don't think you'll ever get not at least 2 because you said fingers plural, so they wouldn't just hold up 1. See, it's all about the language. It's all about the language that you use to force the answer that you want to give your peer psychic. That's funny little magician trick for you. I've got completely sidetracked with explaining the explaining the stream today. But I was digging through my wardrobe earlier and I found a relic of about 10 years ago internet time. I found my Brian David Gilbert business gamer fashion t-shirt. If you are not aware, the t-shirt that he was wearing in his E3 Unraveled video that says like, I love eating junk food, I'm playing video games, I'm playing classic games, do you? And then you like put a jacket over it and it says, I love eating ass, do you? And I'm wearing it right now. I'm so glad it still fits. And I'm thinking, can I get away with wearing this to my business development class tomorrow? Because if I can, it'll make me and only me laugh. But I won't be able to put a jacket on over it. It'll have to be a hoodie or nothing. But if they want to trick you, they hold up 1 because you think it'll more than 1. If you say hold up some fingers, They won't. They will not pick one because you said some fingers plural. Anyway, back to this thing. I said back to this thing. Why is my wheel broken? Hello, Mr. Wheel. My wheel's broken. Is my wheel broken now? Why the fuck is up with my wheel? No, that's the wrong window. I don't know why my wheel's broken. Can I get a good wheel check, please? There we go. Wheel. So this is my big wheel. Anyone that doesn't know, every Wednesday we spin this big wheel. And then wherever the wheel lands, we research and speed run a redesign of that company, of that fictional company's logo. So if you see on the wheel right now, we've got stuff like Silphco, we've got WarioWare Incorporated, we've got the Yagami Detective Agency, we've got Biffco, we've got Big Al's Robo Shack, Bonk Atomic Punch. All these companies, fictional, they're from video games, movies, TV shows, all stuff like I have seen. So like there was like, I originally had like Cyberdyne on there and Wayland Yutani, but I took those off because I've never seen Alien and I've never seen Terminator. I think Cyberdyne is Terminator, and I thought I feel like, because the point of this stream is not to redesign them as if they are fictional things in movies. The point is to like immerse yourself into the movie, into the TV show, into the game, into the world. And the idea is live in kayfabe, live in what, like, you want to, like, you want to take, taking it seriously is a weird way to put it, but like I want to take it seriously, which means I want to like act as if I'm existing in the world. So if we got like Nuka-Cola, then we would be like, before I'm transporting myself there in my mind palace, as weird as that sounds. I'm existing in the kayfabe. So again, if I got like Gadgetron, then I would, like, in the kayfabe, I am a designer inside the world of Ratchet and Clank who has, maybe we make up a scenario, maybe we just fucking don't. But yeah, it's like, it's all about taking it like real, making it real, taking it like literally. But with that being said, should we spin the fucking wheel? Let's spin the fucking wheel. There's someone here that you will know, but not from first glance. Oh, speaking of, we mentioned this one in the in the hypothesis. Shit, did I put the wheel away? Oh no, don't tell me I put the wheel away. Oh, the wheel's broken! No, the wheel's broken! What is this bullshit? Maybe I'm psychic. I'm not sure what you saw there, because I don't know if that showed up on stream, which would be really disappointing if it didn't. Because what we span was Gadgetron. Did you guys see this? Did you guys see the spin? Did you see the wheel spin? If not, I can spin again. You saw it. Haha! Huzzah! Wonderful. I don't know what. I don't. Oh, that's the wheel. The wheel's broken. The wheel's really broken. Come on, wheel. I know you're better than this. I chroma keyed you out very well, but yeah, we're doing this is not working well, but we're doing Gadgetron. Gadgetron, for those that don't know, is, as I said in the explainer, Gadgetron is the weapon and gadget manufacturer inside the world of Ratchet and Clank. Specifically, Ratchet and Clank's 1 and 3 onwards. So they're not in Ratchet and Clank 2. Ratchet and Clank 2, they go to a different galaxy with a different producer. So we start, as we always do, by not having live split open twice. We only need live split open once. We start, as we always do, with research. So let's go over to this. Let's go over to this window over here. Let's go over to this screen over here. And let's type in Gadgetron. Now, you guys have seen... so we're not doing Gadgetron.io, which is God knows what. Gadgetron, Ratchet, Clank. Oh, we need to start the timer now. So Gadgetron Corporation. You guys have seen a little bit of Ratchet and Clank. This is the Gadgetron logo at the minute. It's literally just this G, which is fine. It's fine. It's strictly fine. Like, it's nothing special, but it's nothing like ridiculous either. Like, I think we could do more. So let's grab this. Let's plonk this here. Did we copy that? So let's try this again. Let's grab this. Let's plonk it here. What the fuck ever. Not important. So, Gadgetron Corporation is a large gadget weapon supplier in the Ratchet & Clank series, based on the Gadgetron site on planet Calibo III, or Calibo 3. I just sort of thought, why do weapons manufacturers always have logos that are trying to be inconspicuous? Like, if you saw the logo and didn't know it, you wouldn't know made weapons. Yes. Like, if you look at things like BlackRock, I think is a weapon. I think is the big one. Is BlackRock not an arms manufacturer? Am I wrong? Arms manufacturers. We're not gonna try and make it look like a real life arms manufacturer, because that's really like Lockheed. That's the one I'm thinking about, not BlackRock. Lockheed Martin. Yeah, the Lockheed Martin. BlackRock. Yeah, BlackRock is a shareholder. Yeah, like the Lockheed Martin logo, like it kind of looks like a plane. I think they're going for this being a plane, but it kind of looks like a satanic star. Illuminati confirmed. But yeah, like this. I mean, obviously they don't want to just put a gun on there. They don't want to put a weapon on their logo, because that would be a kind of admitting that they are the bad guys, you know? God, we have a lot of fucking arms dealers in this country. That's depressing. Oh no, we America has a lot. We also have a lot. But yeah, the International Motors. But yeah, Lockheed Martin is the big one, and their logo is kind of bland. It's not exciting. You think of pentacle, just sorry, is pentagram. Yes, I was looking for the word pentagram, but they're all interchangeable. If you're not, they're all interchangeable if you're just glancing. What is Teledyne? I guarantee it's going to be another boring ass logo. Yeah. Like so like this is a like half a star thing. Everywhere you look, that's a terrible tagline for a arms manufacturer. But yeah, Gadgetron is apparently based in the Solar Galaxy, but has a presence in the Bergen Galaxy, originally placed on planet Barlow before Megacorp drove them out of business. In the Polaris Galaxy, a few Gadgetron products can be found, but the company does not operate there, as Grummelnet Industries took their place. In both galaxies, Ratchet continues to use Gadgetron products and Rhino weapons. So what is Grummelnet? Oh, that's terrible. Fuck off, Fandom Wiki. Eat a dick. Hello. We're making a new logo for Gadgetron Corporation, which is the weapon armor and gadget manufacturer in Ratchet and Clank. So they don't just make weapons. They make the wrench, they make the swing shot, they make the nanotech, which is your health. They're kind of like an everything corporation, which is not something I like. But their omnipresence is kind of something that is satirized in the Ratchet & Clank series. But yeah, let's look at their characteristics. Gadgetron is a large manufacturer of weapons and gadgets with a large presence throughout the Solana galaxy and is considered the quadrant's leading retailer of state-of-the-art gadget technology. They have vendors on all inhabited planets in the galaxy, in addition to the uninhabited habits Trachea 5. Gadgetron appears to have a monopoly on weapons and gadgets sold in Solana, and admitted that critics have described them as power-hungry. Sorry, I'm just zooming in for you. Has described them as a power-hungry monopoly bent on galactic domination. The only known competitors in Solana are Vox Industries, which have developed many weapons in the Shadow Sector used in the Dread Zone tournament. So Vox is an even more evil kind of thing. If you put anti in front of fandom in the link, it's just literally just fandom weapon. Really? Really? That's so good. Oh, it's BreezeWiki. BreezeWiki. Fandom is allowing BreezeWiki to show pages right now. Antifandom.com. Can I just go to antifandom.com? Does BreezeWiki have a does BreezeWiki have a Ratchet and Clank? Ratchet and Clank. Not found. Damn. Yeah, I don't think there's I don't think there's a I just don't think there's a non-fandom wiki for Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank wiki. Because fandom can suck a fat one. If I can avoid using the fandom wiki, I will. But yeah, like it's all just fandom. Fandom.com, fandom.com, fandom.com. The anti-fandom redirects you to like, because I've got a plugin that does the same thing on Firefox. It's called Indie Wiki Buddy, that will just redirect you. So like if I go to the Yu-Gi-Oh, if I go to like the Yu-Gi-Oh fandom wiki, it'll redirect me to something, to Yugipedia, I think. If I go to the Pokemon fandom wiki, it'll redirect me to Bulbapedia. I just don't think there is a Ratchet and Clank non-fandom wiki. But yeah, the only still competitors in Solana are Vox Industries, which are the Dread Zone guys, and Minton Incorporated, which developed Hydro Pack, but were unable to sell it due to legal battles with Gadgetron. Many Gadgetron employees were either female robots with a hotbot appearance, including the help desk girl and the help matron, or members of a green reptilian species of Clevo 3, of which Wendell Lumos and Moby are both members. They offer a discount of 10% on weapons to any employee that have been with the company for 2 years. Fun fact, you become a Gadgetron employee in Ratchet & Clank 1, very, very briefly. And then in Ratchet & Clank 3, that was released 2 years later, if you have Ratchet & Clank 1 save data on your PS2, you get the 10% discount because it takes 2 years to kick in. That's really clever. I think that's neat. Gadgetron also provides various hoverboards, as well as hoverboard drives, such as the professional grade model T15 Platinum Zoomerator, which offers lift speed and maneuverability, blah, blah, blah. Along with boards and attachment, they also produce the official Gadgetron Hover Track, which let contestants automatically equip the hoverboards as soon as stepped on. So they do like a lot of shit. They also do video games. They do children's pets, including the Hound of Cuddly Death. This is their, if you guys remember the Ratchet 2 playthrough, this was their attempt at a pet. It did not work. It is horrifying. Why are my frames? Why are my fucking frames? I don't know why I'm getting like this. I don't know why the streams are getting like this. Do I have too much shit open? Is that it? God knows. Anyway, so they are mostly weapons, but they do other stuff like most fucking arms dealers. They do other stuff like hoverboards and the video game systems and the gadgets. Like the swing shot is not a weapon, but I do definitely think that they would try to not lean into the weapons thing so much, you know. But yeah, this G is their current logo, which is, you know, not fantastic. And again, they are more, they are a weapons manufacturer, but they are more than a weapons manufacturer, you know. So do we lean into like the more arms dealer trying not to look like an arms dealer, or do we focus more on the fact that they are not just a weapons manufacturer and they are basically a technology company? What direction do you think we lean into as we go into the brief building part of the stream? So Gadgetron. Let's bump up that bad boy. So they are a technology company as well as just being a weapons company. Weapons, gadgets, entertainment, sports. I guess the hoverboard counts as sports. They're robots and robots and reptilians is kind of their whole like staff. I just think those are both just the same thing. Being a tech company and being a weapons company, yeah. And like the vibes of them are both kind of the same thing. So are we going for like an evil Silicon Valley kind of vibe? We could go for an evil Silicon Valley kind of thing. Like if you look at, let's grab like the Meta logo, maybe even like the Apple logo. Because I think like this really does yell like I am an evil corporation, you dig? I think as much as I love Ratchet and Clank, like they are satirizing our world, and I think this kind of thing is what they were going for. Like Meta and like Apple logo, maybe even like an AI company logo, one that looks like a butthole, because they all look like buttholes. So let's grab that. Maybe, or like what's the like OpenAI logo? This could be the vibe. The OpenAI logo fucking sucks. Like I'm saying it again. They had humans like I love when they had this logo redesign. They put out a big press release for it, and so, like only one of the reporters asked the logo development company, like the brand designer, did you use any AI in this? And they were like, nah, basically not a single jot of AI was used to make this. So even fucking OpenAI, the biggest AI company in the world, can't use AI to make their own shit. Silicon Valley logos. I think this is the vibe. I think this kind of like, even that, I don't even know what that's a logo for, but it's like Silicon Valley Bank. Even that's kind of the right vibe, you dig? Like, we could do like maybe like this is like almost IBM-ish, but if we focus on like the 5, is there something we could do with 5? Because it's tech, weapons, gadgets, entertainment, and sports. Like you can't tell from looking at the Mitsubishi logo, but they also made warplanes or General Electric. Like they made the rotating machine gun for certain planes. And like Toyota? No. Yamaha. Yamaha just makes fucking everything and you can't tell from the logo. And I'm pretty sure Yamaha must have made arms at some point. Like with these being like the 5, almost like the 5 branches of Gadgetron, if we could like lean into the number 5, like at some avenue. Silicon Valley, high tech, sleek, futuristic. Yamaha, what was it? 3M? 3M, the glue guys? The fucking glue guys? I didn't know 3M were in on this. I'm not familiar with 3M being a weapons dealer. Like Yamaha, like, and who is it that make the Hitachi? Hitachi, they make everything from like tanks to vibrators. But yeah, I think this is the vibe. The evil Silicon Valley Corporation. So go high-tech, futuristic. I think if we can try and implement the number 5, or like a 5 count of something in there, I think that would be neat. But obviously, I think the main thing is getting that I'm definitely not an evil corporation kind of vibe in. Because like they do purely benevolent stuff like pilot masks and stuff, but they are an evil Silicon Valley Corporation, and I think they're an evil Silicon Valley Corporation on purpose. So robots and reptilians are the two sort of vibes of Gadgetron. So that's we go Silicon Valley, Silicon, not silicone. High tech, sleek, futuristic, totally not evil. That's kind of the vibe, isn't it? Totally not evil, I promise. 3M, the medical supplies, craft supplies, electronic supplies, power tools, hand tools, PPE, abrasives, adhesives, laminates, paint protection film, insulation, car care, and optical film guys. I didn't know they were optical film guys. Of all of those, optical film is the one that, like, I just know them as the glue guys. To me, 3M is a glue company. It does not shock me they just do fucking everything. Love a conglomerate, you know? That and like 3M is basically exactly the kind of thing that Gadgetron is satirizing. Because they just do fucking everything. And we'll put monopolistic in there as well, just so we're all on the same page. And I'm thinking for this, obviously that current logo is just a very rounded G. It's almost the Google logo. It's very almost the Google logo. Like look at this. Look at this. Tell me it's not like it's basically the same fucking thing. Like I know they're just like sans serif geometric G's, but like this, the only difference is this has a purely horizontal bar and this cuts off, and the colors like this crossbar on the G is a little bit lower, this bit is a little bit, comes around a little bit more, but it's basically the same G. So we're going to avoid just making the Google logo again. But we're going to be in this kind of monopolistic evil corporation vibe. So let's shrink all of this down. So here's our mood board and our brief. This I must say this isn't a brief. On the splits, it's written as a brief, but that's because I don't have a better thing to call it. This isn't a brief. This is just kind of mood boarding. Maybe I should just change it to mood boarding. But we've got our vibe. They shrunk the G vertically. Yes. 3M also stands for Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing. Wow. I assumed it was like the name of the 3 dudes that founded it. So let's go into our next split, which is sketching. And again, not sketching because I don't draw, but it's ideating. Ideating is a better name for this idea. So I think start off with a monogram because their current logo is a monogram. Now I think we go a little bit less geometric, because if we go geometric, like if we go rounded and geometric like they are now, we risk just ripping off Google, which we are going to say, even though we are currently in the Solana galaxy. I am going to say Google exists. in the kayfabe. Google exists in kayfabe. I love knowing things off the top of my head. That is real. Like, you got deep in a Wikipedia hole at one point, and now you're pub quiz legend. I really like this font Continuo. Like, look at that. I really like the sort of the infinity vibes of Continuo, but I'm not just going to use a Continuo G. Again, if we can sort of factor a number 5 in there somewhere. Not even Wikipedia hole, I just remember shit after seeing it like once for no reason. I could suggest maybe a couple of reasons. Perchance a wee bit of neurodivergence in there. What would... I thought maybe we could make it look like a cube, and then I realized no, that's just the fucking GameCube logo. What would a good... How could we... Because the obvious answer is like splitting it into 5 lines, kind of like the IBM logo, but I don't want to rip off the IBM logo, you know? Is there a way that we could somehow make a G into a pentagram? Not a pentagram, a pentagon. Because again, they've got their 5 areas of business, which are tech, weapons, gadgets, entertainment, and sports. So if we could somehow, right? Let's see how bad this looks when we go, but and envelope, distort, make top object. Oh, that looks horrendous. Oh boy, that looks horrendous. I think there's maybe a way forward with that though. Let's try. Horrible. Perfect. You're getting it. Let's try. First, let's make this a nice standouty color, just so we can see it against the others. Let's make it a nice green. You can see from my color palette that I've been working. I've been working for somebody that loves pink today. Let's try. Bump that up to about there. It's exactly what a tag of weapons would use. Right? I'm so close. And let's whack that there. Right. Here's where it gets a little bit difficult. Because we're gonna pull this over here. Pull this straight across. This is a funky tune as well. Kind of dig this tune. There we go. And then this can also come across just this point, please. I don't need the whole line, just that point. And then how about we pull this? Can I grab this line? Can I just have this line? Just this path? No, I just want that one path. I don't need the whole thing. I just want this one path. Pull it down. Reminds me of the Glock logo. I'm not familiar with the Glock logo. You know, as sort of a example of how like not gun I am, I don't know a damn thing about guns. For the longest time, I thought Glock was like slang. I didn't think it was the name of an actual gun. That looks terrible. That looks fucking god awful. I know I just made that accidentally, but I kind of like that. Yeah, I thought Glock was like slang for generic gun. Make a G really big and put the word lock above the fucking notch thing. I'm just gonna Google the Glock logo. That's awful. That's fucking awful. What is that? Horrendous. That says lock. That just says lock. Or to push, C-lock. That says C-lock. Or maybe clock, if you will. Doesn't say Glock. I know this song from a meme. What meme was this song from? This was in a meme. I thought Glock went Glockenspiel because I had way more experience with those than handguns. I just assume I'd only ever heard it in American movies and TV shows, like crime shows and fucking Law and Order, because my mum loves that shit. I thought it always meant I always thought it was just like a slang term for a gun, and I didn't even question where it come from. What if we... I'm just sort of throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks now. I accidentally I deleted all of the... I deleted all of the fucking points except these ones by mistake, and I kind of dig this. I don't know what it is, but I kind of dig it, you know? Right, let's... Real, what the fuck meme is this song from? Like, it's nothing. This is literally nothing, and I think it might be the logo of British Airways. Or something along those lines. But I think there might be something there. I'm going to delete it because there's nothing there, but... Let me come back to this. Let me come back to the letter G. Let me look at the G. We can look at the G letter form. I've always liked Dazzle Unicase as a logo, as a font. Sorry, but it appears to translate to bells set. Yeah, glockenspiel. A glockenspiel is a little chime instrument thingy. I know what a glockenspiel is. I would have loved for you to be in your music class and have gone, like, I would like to play with the Glock today. You would have got in. You would have that would have been something. I want to go back to that like low triangle shape. Let's grab these, put them over here, and then can we let's rotate this about here. Give it me like this. Maybe yeah. Give me a 45. Nope, did that wrong. Wanted to press the copy button. Give me a 45 on that. That might be a bit too much. Give me a 30. Give me 30 on that. And now let's... Oh, they're too thick. They're too thick. They're not going to blend right. Yep, they're not going to blend right. Way too thick. We're on a weird tune selection today. Ooh, hello. It's opening like a book. I will say Gaston Glock is a crazy name. Excuse me? Gaston Glock? Glockenspiel is a small xylophone-like instrument. Yes, it is. It is. Yeah, Glockenspiel is the metal one. Xylophone is the wooden one. Yes. We had they were like some of the instruments that we had in our school when I was unwee child. Gaston Glock, that is a Marvel villain-ass name. Gaston Glock, inventor of the gun. High pitch as hell hurts my ears. Like it's a little bit ringy. But blend options. Okay. So if we add 5 and then add another, I don't quite know what I'm doing with this. I'm just kind of vibing it out. You dig? There. Put that there. Vibraphone is I don't think I've ever played a vibraphone. Right, Alright, let's expand out this blend. Again, we still might be in the shit phase. It's a little bit tinny. It's a wee bit tinny. Just a wee bit tinny, you know? You want to tell me it's a little bit ringy. It's a little bit ringy. A wee bit ringy. Right, let's... okay, let's try... Give me this. Give me just this one, please. And I want to... close the book a little bit. Again, I don't know... Ooh, hello. Ooh, hello. Oh, they're all fucked up. They're all fucky. This is not helping. It's not helping. Not helping. Mallet's precious. I am not a music person at all. So I'll take your word. But I do recall them being just a wee bit ringy. Just a wee bit ringy. Let's try... Vibes are beautiful. They're pedaled and you play with yarn mallets. Yarn mallets? Oh, that's cute. I like that. Blinking at you, but like violently. Like an angry cat. I get you. I get you. Yeah, I am not a musician at all. I have zero musical talent. Apart from that one time I wrote an album of songs about Sonic the Hedgehog. But we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that time. I can play the ukulele terribly. That's my musical talent. Let's expand this out. Let's see if this looks any better. Because again, this might be nothing. This idea might be absolute horse shit. But I do think there might be something in it. Because if we... Ooh. We are going a little bit IBM with this idea, however. And there is definitely an easier way to do this, probably with the perspective tool. But I'm thinking if we could like carve a G out of these shapes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You get me? You get me? So I'm gonna do that. It's gonna look very IBM for a little bit, but what is IBM if not like the original evil tech company? You dig? Don't know if that's a fair assessment. It's probably a fair assessment. Right, and let's now draw line, 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 line. Now we've got fifths. That's not fifths, I hear you say. That's just you've just drawn lines. That's not even close to being in fifths. Well, dear gamer, if you just hold the fucking phone. Distribute, now we've got fifths. I just had a visualization in my brain. Your neurons are firing. Tell me all about your neurons. Tell me all about your neurons. I want to know what your visualization is. We are all ears. Because my idea is... we separate this into sharp on the lines. Sharpity sharp on the lines, you dig? That probably comes down. But like raise, like you had that in the weird triangle shape. That could be the bottom of the G. My idea was to make the whole G across those lines. I'm gonna recreate what I made. It's like the... Right, let's go back to this. I probably shouldn't have deleted that. There we go. So my idea is to like form the G here. So let's try and get the perspective without using the perspective tool because I'm garbage. And then you have more solid shapes to make up the rest of the G in the pentagon shape. Ooh, maybe. I'll be honest, I didn't really vibe with the pentagon G. Right, I need this Oh, I'm so bad with the perspective tool. But I only need one side of it. So let's grab anyone that knows the perspective tool is going to be laughing at me because it's not how this tool works at all. But I'm trying to make it work. Okay, so this is your uppy downy. And then how do I rotate? Can I just grab that? No, I can't grab that and rotate it. Let's put you there. What do? You do nothing. You do nothing of value. Cool. You also do nothing of value. Cool and also beans. Oh, there we go. Now we've got a perspective grid. Okay. So let's... Can I go back to my perspective button? And perspective selection. I just want to put you there. And now, if I could just grab your handles down. So that goes. I think we can still maybe get the pentagon shape if we do that. The pentagram shape, I should say. See what I'm going to do. I think the way forward is to get the thickness and then rotate, you know? Let's just get rid of all that. Get the thickness. And then rotate 90. Oh, that looks foul. Are you having fun, boss? I'm kind of having fun. Let's flip. This might have been one of those ideas that worked better in my head. Let's get rid of the perspective tool. Because what we're going to do is pull this just in like this. Just going to do it the old-fashioned way. It's not... I'm not even sure if the idea that I have is a good one. But, like, just sort of budget entirely. It's... Can I just transform perspective? No. Shear? Yeah, that's kind of what I want. It kind of looks like a sheet music measure, but in 3D perspective. Yeah, the 5 lines does make it look very sheet music-y. You know what? I'm going to nip to the loo very briefly. So, be right back. I'm going to leave the timer running because that's what you do in speedruns. Be right back. Right. I think the reason I'm struggling with this to get like a good idea down, I'm going to put this over here. We're probably not going to need it. The reason I'm getting like struggling to get a good idea down is because I'm kind of too attached to Gadgetron as a concept. What if? Okay, let's have a think about it in sort of kind of an open AI sense. If we could do, I still want to lean into like the 5. I mean, this says 6 branches because there's chicken. This is using like circuitry, which is a really outdated concept, so I don't think that's a good idea. But do we lean into 6 instead of 5? Because I'm thinking the easiest thing to do there would be to make a shape and have some like reflective symmetry. So what's a good, and then like it's if we make some kind of like if we make some kind of shape, give it 6-way reflective symmetry, we can then alter that to look like a G. Gadgetron would have a very PP awful logo. Yes. Like much like it would probably rank high on the butthole list. What about computer code, not surgery? But it's not like a computer company. It is a physical hardware company. Like it doesn't make software. So I think using using computers as your analogy is kind of flawed. Like right, let's like we could let's start with a hexagon. Start with a pentagon because we're doing the 5 branches, which is tech, weapons, gadgets, entertainment, and sports. Like even companies utilize 4s all the time. Like Microsoft's Windows, even though it is a window, it is 4 panels. I think that's to represent like 4 axes of windows or something. How upfront are they as we sell weapons? Very, very much so. You go to a Gadgetron branded vendor and you go to a Gadgetron branded vendor and they go, hey, look at this new weapon we've got. Like they're very, very upfront about the fact that they sell weapons. Clunky and pointy is kind of how I was feeling as well. Just in general. But yeah, I'm thinking just like it could even be like almost, you got to be careful with making clunky and pointy and going for your reflective symmetry, because you got to avoid the swastikas. Something we all want to do in our everyday lives: avoid the swastikas. But if we Both hits one with the Gadgetron logo. It's like, yes, it should cave in there. They are clunky. They are clunky. That is a perfect vibe. What if distort, transform. Give me bottom logo. 360 divide 5 copies. Now we've got a base. Now I've got a base we can work with, because this, while it doesn't seem like much, everything, whenever I grab anything, it will change them all. Can you do something that is overtly says weapons, but pretend this is for non-violence association? Yeah, most blatant weapon companies do not have a logo that reads weapon. Like again, look at like Lockheed Martin. There's your weapon. See, this reads like aperture now. But I think there might be something we could do with... Give me a rotate, please. I kind of just like watching that happen. Just kind of like watching that happen. Like, is there a way we could... Right, just that corner, please. Round it up as much as you can without touching. Straighten out that corner. Pull this corner in. Lockheed and Glock both have absolute PP logos. Lockheed Martin is a logo that reads like a Fortune 500. Lockheed Martin is a really Fortune 500 company-ish logo. Like Lockheed's is garbage. Like, it's far from the worst thing about Lockheed Martin, but my god, you think they could afford a better designer. This has... Yes. Gadgetron has everything from like literal rocket launchers to can turn your enemies into sheep. Like, they are your all-purpose weapons vendor. I think I do like the idea of the rotational symmetry thing. I don't know if anything is gonna hit right. You dig? Ooh. Again, it's very like aperture. It's a little bit open AI. But like, there is the pentagram in there that we can then... Is that a pentagram? Or is the... Oh, have I accidentally made a hexagon? I have not accidentally made a hexagon. I do think there is a... Yeah, there is the pentagram in there. The pentagon in there, not the pentagram. And... Yeah, terrible. Terrible. And now, if we... Let's try. Stroke. Nice. A nice thick, chunky stroke. Maybe like a 40? Inside 40? Yes. And then we could... Like this is at the minute kind of butts. But it's not like... I think there might be something in here. I think there might be something in this. Like it's got this like pseudo natural curves kind of look, but it also is chunky and kind of peepy. It's... Let's make sure that I've got that lined up, and I think that's straight. I think those lines are straight. Yeah, they're eyeballed around straight. Leans heavy into the gadget part of Gadgetron. This is the logo that makes them fucking gadgets. Yes, and like if you factor in like one of their primary gadgets is a wrench, is the Omni wrench, and this kind of looks like wrench heads. This is a contraption-ass company. Let's do a copy of that. Is it worth mayhap embiggening? No fill. We need. There we go. That's one. The rotation is interesting. We've created an interesting rotational beast. How do we feel about the big pentagon on the outside? I kind of like the big pentagon on the outside. Gives it, because the pentagons are both off rotation from each other, it gives it forward momentum, if you know what I mean. It looks like it's rolling, which for like a tech company, you want it to be looking like it's moving forward. I kind of dig the second bigger, and again, it makes it look like almost like ball bearings inside a gadget of some variety, you know. Yes, we saw the same thing. It's like ball bearings and stuff. So what I want to do now, I think we are firmly in final idea territory. Let's jump into final idea, because I want to add something here to make this into a G. Do we remember what we had as the stroke here? It's a fidget. That is a fidget spinner that hurts your hand. Right, 40 pixels. Let's draw a line here. Give it a 40 pixel black stroke. And then this one, give a white stroke. Bear with me. I do think I know what I'm doing. Right, ignoring this bit that pops out. How do we feel about turning this into a G? Turning the inner one into a G. And if so, where would it sit? And on the there, on the corner. Again, ignore this bit that goes out. It would be, let's expand that out so we can. Oh, actually, oh, it looks wonky now. It looks really wonky now. Oh, I don't think I like that. That might be me, but that looks really wonky. Maybe lower it down. I feel like I should be parallel to the line above it. So like here, this one, yeah? So there's probably a tool to make this easier, but I am just going to eyeball it. Just gonna... So like, ooh, yes, that looks a lot this one. Yeah. There's a... I don't know if anyone remembers The Adventures of Dwayne and Brando, but The Adventures of Dwayne and Brando did a Castlevania song, and they're like, whenever I hear that Castlevania theme, all I can hear is I can't remember which one's which. I think it might be Brando going, "I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna put your motherfucking ass in the ground." Video game themes. Whenever somebody puts video game themes with lyrics, it always rams its way into my head. Maybe it's not. I don't think it's long enough. Let's... Not the arc tool. We don't ever need the arc tool. Put it there. What happens if we grab this and we went wee up to that line? I don't know if I prefer it with the G or without the G, you know? Because that stands on its own, I think. Oh, hello. Never do that again. That stands on its own, I think. I'm going to expand out these. I'm going to group all these together. And then... Can I get to sit flat? Yes I can. Because that now, I believe, sits flat. Try the notch on the line below the one you had it. I think maybe trying the G again when it's flattened might be a better idea. Because now I can draw it like this. Or maybe like this. And I can grab the line that I just drew. Or maybe this line. This line I think is the one in it. $40 black pixels, please. Wangle that in there. Make it a little bit thinner. I said make it a little bit thinner. And then, so where am I? All of my layers and things. This isn't going to be used. Let's open this group. You in there. Duplicate you. Put you underneath there. Turn that stroke to white. And now I can use it to cut. Quite almost nicely. Because this definitely needs, if it's going to go this close, it definitely needs to go through the corner. Which means this one needs bringing up just a touch to meet it. That works, I think. Maybe. I think I might cut that through that corner. So that's going to be off just a wee bit, but it will look better to have the cut be imperfect, and the optics need to be right. This is where we get to a slightly more advanced logo design thing where you have to ignore the numbers and work with what looks good. And I'm thinking perhaps that might be a good look. No. Let's see what. Let's try. If we cut up there, and then let's grab the shape, grab this, and grab this. Continue that on. No. We need to. Give me the line. Dupe the line. Hello. This is the logo for Gadgetron, which, if you're not familiar, is the weapons, gadgets, technology, evil mega corporation from Ratchet and Clanks 1 and 3 and onwards. All of the Ratchet and Clank games that are set in Solana, basically. And they are basically a Silicon Valley company. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're doing with them. We're making them an evil Silicon Valley company. So we're going for vaguely disguised evil. Oh, is that the one? Is that it? It's like, it's vaguely disguised evil. So it's a G that's rolling forward. It looks like ball bearings. It looks like a company that builds some contraptions. It's rolling forward, which gives it a progress, a technology, a future bent. I don't hate it. I may actually say I like it. Let's expand these out. Expand them both out. Join them together, that would be great. And then I want to get this and this inner one, and I want to compound pack. Yeah. There's somewhere in Silicon Valley called Silicon Alley that's real shady, but in a tech way. Steal your kidney, replace it with AI. And Silicon Alley is where they dump all the tech companies that don't work. So they dump all the useless companies, the companies that fold, the fucking Friends Reuniteds and the Juiceros of the world. You dig? Let's find a font. Let's find a font to go with it. That's your easy, your basic, your standard tech bollocks. But again, the easiest thing to do. Congrats on Cyberpunk. Yeah. I think that literally is like vaguely the Cyberpunk logo. I kind of like the contrast of the big fat letters, the big fat shape and the tall thin lettering. I kind of dig the contrast there. If we can make it like a similar line width. Welcome to Gadgetron. What is their actual name? Are they just Gadgetron? Are they just the Gadgetron Corporation? Gadgetron Technologies is what I'm going to go with. Welcome to Gadgetron Technologies. And let's go 50% on there. Even hard to read. Yeah, Silicon Valley does love hard to read. Right, let's do some positioning. We go 1. We go 2. 3. 4. Is that precise? No. Does it look good? Also, no. It's another 50% because it's a really tall font. Let's go another 50%. And then we bump those. We bump those. And then we align them centrally. I really don't. Nope. We align them centrally. That is a group, so we can align these centrally as well. What if we hit the distribute one? Silicon Valley does love adding minimum confusion to letters that would not naturally have minimum confusion. When you say minim confusion, what do you mean by minim confusion? That's not a term I'm familiar with. Absolute dog water, love it. I'm at least going to try to have it look good, you know? So I want it to be like Silicon Valley Corps are kind of dog water, but I want to try. Now let's go 66. Let's align. Look at the word minim. What is a letter of a lot? Oh yeah, I get it. And then let's do another 33. Give me a copy of that at 33, please. Yeah, this is not an easy to read text, but let's make that even smaller. Let's make the gap even smaller. 50, so 50 of a third, so that's like a sixth, I think. If my maths is right, which it may not be, because I'm not good at maths. That's why I became an artist. Let's that one. Technologies. And let's double the size of that while we're here, so it goes back to being a third of the big one. And let's centrally align all of these, please, if you can manage that, Illustrator. I don't hate it. I think the glyph is really strong. The font is kind of stupid in a fun Silicon Valley way. Minimum confusion is when you have trouble telling letters apart. There are a lot of straight lines. Minimum is notoriously hard to read. Yeah, minimum in cursive is god awful. Especially why is the origin of minimum confusion where certain words are spelled certain ways. Gothic script. Yeah, okay. We could, if we wanted to go really stupid with it, have that be there. But that is an example of just stupid for the sake of stupid. Oh, but if I look at it, I kind of like it. It's stupid for the sake of stupid, but I kind of like it. Because that is about the width of a letter. It's stupid for the sake of stupid. What do we think, gang? Stupid? Too stupid? Not stupid enough? Because then we go this comes down, becomes the same size. And then goes across here. Just across enough that I can grab it. No, it's bad. I've decided it's bad. Let's unrotate this technology. So I've decided it does need to stay readable. Just gonna go back to Gadgetron. No technologies. Sun and Sun are a result of minimum confusion. Manuscript writers would change certain letters. You could teleport the words Sun and Sunu became Sun and Sun. Or for certain writers, Sun. Wow. MJ! Thank you for the raid. Welcome. How are you doing? Pink pastel punks from the land of MJ. Welcome to the Queer Buccaneer, the gayest, greatest secret tavern this side of Limsa. I'm your host with the motion star behind the bar, Captain Eden Jackson. Right now, you have quarters in the middle, as you can see, of a speed run. We are doing a logo redesign speed run. By the way, if you're not following MJ, please go follow MJ. MJ is fantastic, and we should all... Everybody should go follow MJ! But yes, we are in the middle of a logo design speed run. Every week on a Wednesday, we spin a big wheel. Let me show you the big... Oh, I don't have the big wheel up. I'm sorry, I can't show you the big wheel. We have a big wheel of fictional companies. This week, the one that came up was Gadgetron. If you're not familiar, Gadgetron is the weapons vendor, gadget manufacturer of the Ratchet and Clank world. This seems really silly. It is really silly. It's so silly. From the world of Ratchet and Clank, yes. So this is their original logo, which we noticed looks basically exactly like the Google logo. And the more we thought about them, the more we realized that they are a Silicon Valley megacorp, as their rival is even called Megacorp. So we are making a logo that kind of looks like evil Silicon Valley megacorporations without being too on the nose, you know? Like, they're having a facade of not being evil wankers, despite the fact that they are arms dealers and other such absolute wank stains. So far, as you can see by the speed run, by the splits below, we have done the research, we've written our brief, we have done our sketches, we have done the phase that I call getting the shit out. And now we are at kind of the final stages of the logo creation, where we're doing the things that are the say the boring bits. Makes it seem like you came in at a bad time, but it's kind of the boring bits. It's the alignment, the working with text, making sure the colors work. We haven't talked about colors yet, which is something that we're going to need to do. But yeah, welcome. Get comfy. Like I said, this is something we do every Wednesday. This is such a commitment to the speedrun vibe, and I appreciate it as this big speedrun really. I had to learn how life split works, which is real fun. I do like the idea of like art under pressure, which is where this came from. But I also like really enjoy watching speedruns, so I've done splits, given myself paces and things like that. Like, it's a really fun little stream idea. And I like how it's come out so far. So I think this, speaking of liking how it's come out so far, I think this is our finished piece. So let's create the outlines on that. Let's group this up. I think this is the finished new look Gadgetron logo. Let's talk colors. So the regular colors we've got are these sort of so we go back to the Gadgetron Corp. Their branding in their like advertisements is this purple kind of vibe. I think we should really commit to an ugly version of the purple. But like, here's the thing: their vendors are green. Their old vendors are blue, but their new vendors are orange. I said green, didn't I? Orange. Their vendors are orange. And the thing, like Ouya, Ratchet and Clank 3, Ouya, my second favorite in the franchise, I've decided, has this commitment to an ugly orange that nobody likes. So I think we lean into the orange. I think we go orange and blue. So we go like, let's pick a color from here. Let's grab this. Why would they be consistent? Yeah, why would they be consistent? They're a tech company. And then if we go into the color picker, like this grabs us this shade of blue, which I don't hate. I don't hate that shade of blue, but it's not the most adventurous in the world. Like, orange and blue is not a... I'm heading off for a few minutes to make some tea, and then we're about to vibe with some. This is a really fun stream. I really enjoy the fact that you really enjoy this, because I have so much fun doing this every week. And there's like 5-6 episodes on the YouTube if you want more. So color picked from the vendors. Like, this would be in like, if we color pick from the vendors, instead we get like this purple, and like that color combination is kind of neat. I like that orange, don't get me wrong. Like this orange, I kind of like this orange. I am not an Ouya orange hater. I'm an Ouya orange admirer. But yeah, there's a playlist of them on the YouTube channel. If you type exclamation mark YouTube, you get a link to that. There's a playlist of them on the YouTube channel. But yeah, like, we need to get a light neutral as well. The easiest light neutral would be that one. But is that a bit too boring? I think it might be a bit too boring. Let's grab this one instead. Yeah. No, it's Halloween. It's a little bit Halloween, isn't it? If we swap out these though, and if we go, that's our main. This is our secondary. We've got main, secondary, and then our neutrals. That makes sense to me. So we go 60 this, 30 this, and then these two get, yeah. Alright, so let's grab this one, and this would be in the orange, I think. And then we go these ones are the blues. And this one could get away with being any of them really. I think the and then this line. Give me the line, please. I require the line. I actually think I prefer this one being the dark. We need to futz with my layers a little bit. Give me my line, please. Thank you. Expand you. Why are you a group? You shouldn't be a group. You're just a single path. You don't need to be a group. Right, let's make you that. Honestly, I think we've smashed this. I think we've absolutely knocked it out of the park with this colour combination. Look at that! Oh! Oh! I think that is kind of sick, if I'm honest. And then the writing... Well, the writing we can do in this for this one. Yeah, I think this is pretty slamming. It's just ass. It's perfect. Now, I don't want to intentionally make absolute ass. Like, I feel like it's a little bit. It's again, we're in a little bit of a retro throwback arc right now because it's all of we're stuck in a nostalgia vibe, and that means that like all logos are trying to be retro throwbacks back when the world was good. Spoilers, it never was. But and this one, so we've got 60 here, we've got 20 there, so that needs to be 33. Check my maths, peeps. Definitely didn't need to be 300. 33, yes. And then these two can fit at the bottom here. And that's our colour palette sorted. Let's grab all of these, align them over here, shift them in. Shazam. Colours. Final idea done. Colours. Are we happy with the colours? I should have moved on for this split a while ago. Colours done. Variants. Let's talk variants, which is the next one. The variants are really easy because because the thing with combination marks, there's a lot of variants to do, but once you've got them, they're really easy. So let's get our palette. I'm actually going to do a thing that all people should do. Name their layers. This can go all the way down here. Full color logo. Where's the light purple gray? Down here at the bottom. It doesn't. Okay, that's the light neutral. We can't put that in this palette. I suppose we could, but it would have to be behind. Right. Let's put it in there. It would have to be behind something, like maybe here. It's here. It would have to be that, which I don't. That's a bad color. It's a bad color. Bad color. We need to boost the tint on that a little bit because the contrast isn't high enough. That one might be better. That one's better. That one's better. That one is better. Right. Let's grab that and grab that. So we've had to up the tint a bit because the contrast wasn't high enough. So yeah, that's the full logo, and now we've got to make all of our variants. Like as I was saying, the thing with combination marks is there's a lot of variants to be made, but they're really easy to make. So let's just make a new logo. Put the palette in there. Full color logo in there. That's our main boy. That's our main boy. Let's make that as big as we can. It's this. Shazam. Main boy. It looks like a plate of weird jello from the 60s. It's a salad. It looks like a salad. Give me another artboard, s'il vous plaît. Document setup. Edit artboards. I need just a second artboard, thank you. Because we're making variants over here. So this is mono color. Actually, no. Full color horizontal is super easy. We go over. Then we just need to sort out our sizing, because the thing with logo sizing is that there's no real rules. It's just there's guidance, and then it's just do it until it looks right. Like that doesn't look right because that takes up way more weight than that does. So we scrump that down by maybe 66, and then and yes, scrunk that down is the technical term. You'll hear artists talk about scrunking all the time. And then you just get the placement right. And we did it by one of these bars. That I think is actually still a little bit too close. Let's go just the width of the bar, not the padding. Replace the O with the logo shapey. Like, in another logo variation, they most definitely would. Do not get me wrong. However, with the height of these letters, they couldn't. They simply could not. Like this almost, like the horizontal logo almost looks like the wrench. Like it's got vaguely wrench shape to it, which I think is really nice. Obviously it's not perfect, but with the Omni Wrench being one of the most prominent products that isn't a weapon, I think they would like to draw attention to it. And then obviously you've got the glyph logo on its own, which doesn't really need clarifying, but let's talk about the... Like if they had shirts and fucking Gildan, they do that. Now the Gildan shirt would have this on the back, slightly arced like a football shirt, and then have the glyph on its own as the sort of the breast embroidery. And then you've got your... Give me the... Is that aligned with that? That needs to be aligned with that. Merci. Let's pull that over. Because now we need to make our single color variant. Now the single color variant, we're gonna use the main bulk blue, and then we just go in with our shape builder tool, and we just erase the shapes we don't want. So we erase that. And that is that it? Is that it? Hang on. Why is that off center? Oh, weird. Oh, I know why that's off center, because we've got the fill shape, haven't we? Boom! Monocolor. Would Gadgetron sell bucket hats to attempt to appeal to the youths? Yes. The Gadgetron CEO canonically doesn't know how to appeal to the youth. So yes, he most certainly would. The Gadgetron CEO is canonically an old fuddy-duddy who does not know how to appeal to the youths. And then let's get that in that as well. And while we're here, we can do our special fun little favorite thing, which is contents, convert shape, rounded rectangle. Boom. And there's our variants. Look at that. Look at that. Honestly, I'm quite happy with how that's come out. And that is time. 1 hour, 29 minutes, 35, and what is that, 31? We almost... Oh, wait, yeah, they make the whole brim, the glyph. That would kind of slay Loki. Which, yeah, that is how it is. I'm quite happy with how it's come out. Like, we struggled a bit in the opening time, which is generally how this works out. We always struggle a little bit, and then once we're in, angular bucket hat, they would so make an angular bucket hat. We struggled a little bit, but then I feel like when I went out to piss, I thought the reason that I am struggling with this is because I'm too invested, I'm too on the inside, and once I disconnected from it being Ratchet and Clank, this game I really like, and instead thought, no, this is a logo design job for a tech company, I came back in and bam, here's what we came up with. I'm really, really happy with how this has come together, you know. I'm so pleased with this finished product. It's got that, like, it's got Evil Company trying to do a retro throwback, which is exactly what we need. Like, it's the really fun, really cool, it's always when you go piss. Yeah, you do think better after you piss. It's always the case. And yeah, this is I'm really happy that this has come out. I'm gonna wind down the stream now. But I do have some housekeeping to do. Some housekeeping is in order, so let's go back over to the just chatting while we get our housekeeping in order. If you are not aware, there's going to be no stream this Saturday, because this Saturday I am away. I'm away doing a stall at a trans pride. Enjoy your murder of crows. So I will be busy selling pins to queers, which is really fun. But next Saturday, really, really special stream next Saturday. Please, please, please. If you're never going to come to stream again, please do come to the next Saturday stream, because we are bringing back Wrestling is Silly, my favorite thing to do on stream. Wrestling is Silly. We get a bunch of CPU wrestlers that are based on other streamers, characters from pop culture, characters from media, characters from history. We make them duke it out in the ring. I play lead commentator. I have no weight on how the matches come out. They are not pre-recorded. They are all live. I don't know what's going to happen. We commentate, and it's all really fun. We write stories as we go. It's really cool. And I can announce Abraham Lincoln character, who's a wrestler. Abraham Lincoln in Wrestling is City Season 1 was a tag team champion, short-lived tag team champion, with his real-life pen pal, Karl Marx. So, the Union, the team of Karl Marx and Abraham Lincoln, may be returning at some point in Season 2. The only way to find out is to come and watch. The union of Karl Marx and Abe Lincoln was fantastic. But yes, I can reveal two matches for you for the premiere of Season 2. The first match on the card, the opening contest, is going to be a 4-way Twitch title match with 4 mystery Twitch streamer contenders. So far, we have revealed that Frubin and Sparky Summers will be in this match, and we have 2 combatants still to be revealed between now and then. And our headline, our main event for that season premiere, at the Tournament of Champions, we saw Mackie Chase, the Mac and Cheese Man, finally win the Wrestling is Silly men's world title. But in Wrestling is Silly Season 2, there is no men's division, there is no women's division. So the main event of the Wrestling is Silly Season 2 premiere is going to be Mackie Chase and Cruella de Vil, the Wrestling is Silly Women's World Champion. They will both put their titles on the line, and the winner will be crowned the Wrestling is Silly Unified World Champion. Brand new belt on the line for the Wrestling is Silly Season 2 final match of the premiere, and that will kick off Season 2, which will be a fortnightly event here on the channel. Now, I am going to raid out into somebody. I'm going to raid out into my friend and now game developer Ethan from Chicago. He is an old friend of mine. As you can tell, he is from Chicago. And he is doing some game development on stream. And I figured, going from art into game dev, we're just exploring the unusual side of Twitch. So let's go say hello to Ethan from Chicago, wonderful game developer. Here's your raid message if you are not aware, if you're not a sub, whatever emotes you want. Join the Discord if you're not already. And I did mention this earlier, but nerdyqueer.com is the shop that me and Zach run. If you would like to get some really cool pins and badges and a candle that smells like a Dark Souls bonfire. But until then, book in here, book a file with the book you. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next stream. Love you, bye.